Hello and welcome again to how to get started with video marketing. So far I've covered organic video marketing. So now I'm going to cover the paid way, and that is through advertising your video on YouTube as pre-roll video ads. So when you click on a video on YouTube to watch it, you'll see a skip ad which comes up and you can't skip it for 5 seconds. And that's what we are talking about. We use your video as a video ad and place it on somebody else's videos. And this is a great way to get your brand, your message, business, product, or services in front of your targeted audience. The best thing is not many businesses are leveraging this platform right now, so the cost per views are very low. What I mean by cost per view is you only get charged when somebody views your video for a minimum of 30 seconds or more. So you can see that if somebody has viewed it for 30 seconds, they are interested in what you have to say. And the best thing is the cost per view are in pennies and cents. So let me show you how we are going to get started. You don't need to have a mega big budget. You're going to start with just $10 a day or equivalent currency. And we're going to split the budget into two. So let me bring up my iPad on the screen. All right. So what we are looking to do is to allocate $10 per day as our budget. You can do more, you can do less, it's entirely up to you. Then we're going to split this as $7 per day for new views. So these are brand new customers who have never seen you or heard of you before. And then we're going to allocate 3 per day for remarketing. Now, if you haven't come across this concept of remarketing, the way it usually or traditionally it works is someone lands on your website and they get pixeled in. Then you can follow them on other websites with your ads. So if they were to go to CNN or Wall Street Journal or any other websites, Google can put your ads in front of that odd person on more than 2 million high quality websites. But with video remarketing is different. You do not need to get somebody onto your website. So if you had an ad running, excuse my writing, and you got them onto your website, it cost you some money. Now that click could be in dollars or it could be in cents, but usually it is quite high. So even if we were to say it was $1 a click, and to get 100 people to your website, it will cost you $100, right? But with video remarketing, you don't need to bring them back onto your website. What you can do is you can get them to view your video on YouTube or any other place on the internet. And as soon as they watch your video, they are entered into your video remarketing list. So a video view usually is between anywhere, depending on the country, but I'm just talking in average, 5 to 10 cents. So it's very, very low, and you can get a lot of views and build up a huge video remarketing list. So this list is pretty much the same as email marketing, because with email you have to have a list when somebody opts in, but with video, with any remarketing list, the bigger the better, because then you can reach out to them with any kind of offer or message or product whenever you like. So what happens is, with video, they go onto YouTube and watch your video, and then they enter into your remarketing list. Then you can follow them up with another video one, and then you can have another one, or have as many as you like in your ad groups, and follow them up with other messages. So what you're trying to do is to keep pushing them down the funnel to build up that brand awareness. So this is the strategy which I use quite successfully with video views, because at a fraction of the cost you can build up a huge remarketing list. So let's head into Google Ads interface and set up a campaign. So if you're new to Google Ads, obviously this will be brand new for you, but don't get stressed. It's fairly straightforward. So you go to your campaign tab, click on the plus button, new campaign. This is where a lot of people get confused which one to select, and these are all the various goals. But for now, we're going to keep things very simple, and we're going to create a campaign without a goal. This does not mean that we are not tracking our conversions and other metrics. It just means that we're going to decide what we want to set up as our conversions. Continue. Now you need to choose which campaign type we want to set up. It's going to be a video. Select the video one. Standard video campaign or ad sequence. Don't worry about the ad sequence right now. We're going to just keep it simple and go with standard. Continue. Now the good thing about this new interface, which was launched late last year, is you can't go wrong, because it will keep giving you the things which you need to fill up in a sequence. So we go over here and you can name your campaign. I'm just gonna call it test campaign Semrush. The budget, you can either put it as a daily budget or a total campaign budget. So if you want to spend $100 or pounds or whatever, then you can put that amount. I usually tend to keep it as a daily budget. So we're going to give it £7. Then you've got two options, standard or accelerated. Accelerated is Google will try and spend your money as quickly as possible, but I want my ads to run throughout the day. So I'm going to keep it standard. Right? Start date, usually I keep it as soon as ads are approved. So once you upload the campaign and set it up, Google will review your campaign and approve it. This usually takes less than 24 hours. And once they are approved, the campaign will start. You can also put in an end date. So for example, if you were running a campaign for a specific event, like Valentine's offer, Mother's Day, Christmas, and so on, then you can select a date to end it so that you don't forget and waste money after the event has gone. Bidding strategy. There are three available. Maximum cost per view, maximum cost per 1,000. This is the CPM, and the target CPM. Don't worry about these two for the time being. We're just going to concentrate on the cost per view. Networks. We don't want to go on the search results for the time being. We're just going to have a run as pre-roll or in-stream video ads, or true view as they are called now. Languages or country you decide, or the locations where you want. If you are running a campaign in a local area, then you can go into your advanced search and go to radius and then decide, okay, I want to run ads 10-mile radius of where I am. You'll see a little circle, and then you can see how far your ads are going to run. So you can then decide and okay that, and then it's going to say, and you can have multiple locations as well. So if you want to target just the big cities in your country, then you can keep on adding them one at a time. Inventory, keep it as the recommended for the time being. You have other options over here if you don't want to show your ads on these types of videos, and you have some more choices over here. So I don't want to show my ads on games and live stream videos and so on. You can choose whichever one you want. Okay, frequency capping, you can cap impressions or view frequency. I would keep it as impressions, so how many times your ads are showing to a particular person per day. I tend to keep it about 3 because I don't want to bombard them with my ads every time they go onto YouTube. It really cheeses off people. Schedule, whether you want to run all days or Monday to Friday or any particular days and so on, and the time. I tend to keep it all days and 24 hours a day for my business. Then we go on to the ad group name. Now, here's where a lot of confusion again happens as to how do I call them. Some people call it as the ad name, and quite often they don't know how to name the ad groups. So the way I do that is, how am I targeting this campaign? So if I'm targeting this by keywords, then I would keep the ad group as keywords. So let me type in keywords, and then we have all these people and the content and how we are targeting this. Again, there's a lot of confusion going on here. Now, I don't want to target 18 to 24-year-olds because that's not my niche. So you can choose which one you want, and also 65 plus. I tend to keep them all checked over here. Audiences. Now, here's where you will, because this is my test account, I don't have much data in here. You will get lots of audiences over here. This is what I talk to you about the remarketing list. So I've got 53,000 people in my list. I can target to if I need to straight away with my new ad. But I'm targeting new people in this campaign. So I'm going to go to keywords, and I can either put in a website or a product or a service. So I'm going to say Google Ads. Now, if you have been running search campaigns on Google, you know that using the broad match types and using lots of different ads is not a good idea. On the video one, it works completely differently. So I'm going to add all of these. Just go through that they are all relevant for me. Yeah, they all look good. Or if there's any which are not good, I can delete it just like that. So I'm going to just keep the keywords targeted. So Google is then going to target all the videos, or as many videos they can find on YouTube to place my ads with. There are also other ways to target your audiences. Now, if you weren't targeting the keywords and you want to target by topics, sure, you can. So what you can do is you can just type in, I want to target all the people about business. So you can see that these are topics or categories on Google which they know about. And I'm gonna go through, and so this is a good one, that's a good one, that's pretty good as well. business services, and I believe there's another good one for advertising and marketing, branding, direct mail, email. So this is all about selling and sales and marketing, so I can target them. E-commerce services. So there are lots of different categories over here which I can target. I'm not going to do that for the time being. So you can go through all this list. There are literally hundreds over here for every type of business you can target. Then the third way to target your videos is through placement. So if you have a list of YouTube channels or videos or websites which you want to target, you can enter them in here, and Google will then put your videos on those places. But because you are new to video marketing, you probably don't have a list of placements, so I would not worry too much about this one for the time being. Then you need to set up your bid. I tend to start with around 15 pence and then bid down slowly but surely. Most people, what they do is they go from a very low bid, and then they don't get any impressions, the campaigns don't run, and they get stressed. Oh my god, 3 days have gone by and my campaign hasn't got any impressions. So go from a high bid, even 25. Google won't charge you for that, and then you start slowly come down in your bids. Then you need to create your ad. So you need to have a video already on YouTube. So all you do is go and get the URL from YouTube, which I'm just about to copy from my other screen and paste it over here. And there you go, the video came in. Video format is that in-stream ad. Okay, don't worry about the discovery ad for the time being and the bumpers. We're just gonna go on the in-stream ad, and you can see how the video will look like with the skip ad on the mobile and on your desktop. And then you also have the placement of these videos. So if a blog or a newspaper has embedded a YouTube video which is monetized to receive ads, then potentially your ad can go on that website. So these are Google Video Partners. Okay, final URL. You want to put in your website or your landing page. Again, there is a fair bit of confusion as to what these can be. It can only be on the same domain. They can't be different, but you could have something like that for your final domain. So this is just for display purposes. Okay, now you have your call to action. So this is where these buttons come up with the message and your logo. So I can say the call to action button has only got 10 characters and the headline has got 15 characters. So you can say free video. No, I would say the call to action is sign up or buy now if you were selling a product or anything like that. And free training, that's fine. Then you can also upload a companion banner which goes on the right hand side of the view page. So that is where your companion banner will potentially go. I would recommend you upload that, because even after somebody has skipped the ad, it usually stays on the view page for quite a while. So you can upload, you can choose a file, and the file size is between 360 pixels. Maximum file size is 150 KB. So you need to keep that file within that dimension. And then you can call that video name as video 1 or whatever that name of that video is. So that is it is going to ask me to select an image because I'm uploading it from uploading an image. And that's about it. And once this is saved, it's going to go to Google for approving. And once it's approved, your videos will start to run. So it's fairly straightforward and easy to set up a video campaign. And with the remarketing campaign, what you do is, instead of targeting the keywords, you target with the audience. So then those who have viewed your video, you then target those people because they are now a warm audience. They have seen you, heard you from one of your previous videos. So I would highly recommend that you set up a video campaign which has got targeting to a cold audience and then remarket it to a warm audience. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or comments, please pop them in the box below and I'll do my best to answer them for you. That's it for now, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.